Okay, hey Alex, nice for you to join us. It looks very beautiful over there in California.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Um, so Alex is a part of Passport Resist, a quite a new movement, but it seems to have gained quite a lot of traction. You at least from what I've seen on the Instagram, it's got well over 7,000 followers quite rapidly, and it's organized quite nicely. I was taking a look just a little while ago, and they have methods of attack, if you like, for putting pressure on certain establishments, and it looks really great what they're doing. And as I'm sure many people watching this starting to become aware, there's this global international push to try and get these COVID passports, vax passports, whatever you call them, this medical identification. And so it's very interesting to hear about these movements popping up in the United States. So it'd be great to hear a little bit more about yourself, Alex. What's led you to this point, and why you decided to create this movement, and where you'd like it to go.
Sure. So 2 weeks ago, I woke up with the idea that there needed to be some sort of interruption to the people making these decisions. So there need to be some sort of voice, some sort of pushback, or else basically there wouldn't be any sort of acknowledgement of, hey, this isn't what we want. And ultimately, there's strength in numbers. And the original idea that I had was to create auto-dialing robots that would just call these places nonstop. And then after I aired it out and talked to a few people, they were like, I think it'd make a lot more sense if it was like a human interaction where people are starting conversations either with people at universities, people in private businesses, people, local government officials, basically people that are supposed to represent our best interests and let them know, hey, this isn't in our best interests. So with that, what we've done is created some call campaigns, which are basically, it's a little bit different here in the US maybe than it is in the UK, but as far as from a federal level, there won't be any implementation on a national level of everybody having, like a health database or a medical database of, have you gotten this procedure or have you not gotten this procedure? And with that, it's up to private businesses, it's up to universities, it's up to even individual states that can start to implement certain things. And who's to enforce it? I don't know. But basically, the purpose of Passport Resistance is actually what we call it. We put the little squiggly over the E to make kind of the play on World War II. But at Passport Resist is our handle. So a lot of people are going with that. This is an incredible opportunity for these conversations to finally happen, because I feel like over the past year, since all the lockdowns started, everything has been, a lot of people have been hiding their head in the sand and not willing to engage. And now you can forthrightly ask, is this something that you support, splitting society into two? Because if you look at just what the mainstream is saying, or if you're looking at, I don't know, whatever the experts, air quotes around experts, are saying online, they're saying that, this is going out in record numbers and that all these people are, on board with this plan. But when I talk to people, even in California, which seems like a very, an area where a lot of people would be going towards this and really buying the narrative, a lot of people aren't. And what I'm seeing and I don't watch the news, but what I'm seeing from people that reshare the news, that doesn't match up at all to the reality of my everyday life. And same goes with everything going back to last March. It's not matching up to the reality of what's actually happening. So at some point, the logical arguments that I've been making and many others have been making this whole time that kind of paint the picture of a counter narrative to what's happening. A lot of people just buried their heads or just, attack either my title or paint a different argument and then start to attack that as if it were my actual argument. But now what's happening is this is just brought out to the forefront, like elephant in the room. Everybody has to start talking about it. And what we've done is we had a call campaign to an airline. We had a call campaign to a professional sports team. We also had a call to action for people to just take sidewalk chalk and just write, a simple message about passports being discrimination. We have a call campaign that's about to start going towards Burning Man. Burning Man's a festival of artists that get together in the desert every year. It's tough because what you're seeing is people hiding behind the name of a government or hiding behind the name of a business saying, oh, this is someone upstream made this decision. And it's not my decision. It's not like it's my rule. It's like, well, you're enforcing it. So a lot of what we're doing is trying to also just draw out the humanity in people to give us honest answers. And everybody that we've called so far, every customer service rep, everybody that we've talked to has been very, they're forthright about this whole thing. They're not trying to cover it up, but they're also all saying this is made by someone in a higher position than I am, higher up the chain of command. So the point is to be able to pressure these places in in order to actually have these conversations and to say, hey, I didn't think that this was part of your company's or your university's value.